Come in unity, brother together. It's shalom in this place. How you going to be no disunity in the house of y'all? You're going to get it right anyway. Eventually, from the beginning to the end, you're going to get your mind right. If you're seeking y'all. Y'all commanded a blessing. So you come on Shabbat day for a blessing. The day is already blessed. Now you come with your brothers in the Daverim, in unity. He commanded a blessing. That's why it said exhortation and reading. Doing that, you'll save yourself and them that hear you. That's why you come. To save yourself. I come to save myself. And Elder Key know I was doing this thing before y'all came. It was just me and the rock of this and y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I will be faithful. And then y'all come, which is all right now. Unity. He commanded the blessing. I'm going to pass the mic, then I can speak something, give y'all the praise. Then after that, we're going to shut it down and then do it all over again. Sister Sue. Sister, you want to go first? Hello. I'll let you go first, Sister Sue. You want to praise him? Go ahead and praise him. What you got to say? Praise him.
Well,
it's still snowing.
Probably pretty cold.
It's still snowing? That's what you.
Well, off and on. That's what I was going to say. Our weather's been kind of schizophrenic lately. It's, 1 minute it's warm, next minute, it's warm and melting, and the next minute it's freezing.
Well, sorry, Sister Sue. It's summertime over here in Jacksonville, North Carolina. The weather's ain't
I know. You could have sent us about 30 degrees, and you guys would have still been warm.
Go ahead.
But anyways, on Tuesday was one of those schizophrenic days where the daytime was really nice and stuff started melting. And I was coming in from Vaughan down to Great Falls off the exit there. I guess it's an entrance ramp into I-15 South.
Right.
And hit some black ice.
Oh, man. I'm sure.
And ended up 3/4 of the way off the road.
Wow. Yahusha kept you.
I had to call for help. One of the guys in the choir lives not too far from where I do in Vaughan, and he came with his pickup truck and tow rope, and we got out of there, and we were lucky we didn't get T-boned a couple of times, because there was a couple of them that were pretty close, because they didn't know it was slick either.
Right.
So, and then the other thing, this is the one that you know, tithing has always been an issue for me. I have sent tithes to the church before, and I went a while without doing it, and I sent some this month. And God blessed me with a pair of brand new boots.
Oh, yeah, seen your boots.
The fit me like they was made for me. That I'm sure cost more than what I sent in for tithing.
Uh-huh.
So.
That's awesome. Awesome. Praise him. That's awesome. Those are nice boots, too. I seen it. She showed them on Facebook. Nice boots, nice leather boots, man. I know they cost about, they're looking like they're like $200 boots. They know you probably got it for 50 cents. No, it's joking, yo. But I think
I didn't pay anything for them. One of the gals that I sang with at the church, and she also sang at the gospel choir, just gave them to me. I don't know if they were given to her or what, but and they're called Bear Tracks. I've never heard of it before, but they sound like they're a good brand.
Yeah, Bear Tracks, they're some good brand. Yes. Well, I want to thank Yahusha for keeping you on the road in that black ice and keeping you safe. That's another thing that Yahusha do. He said you've been faithful, been coming to the house of y'all via the internet. You don't miss Yahuwah's study. You don't miss the beginning of the Shabbat or the Shabbat. You've been faithful, man, since August. The last year, so that's awesome. When I was up there in Montana with my brother.
Lighting off the road could have been so much worse because there was a couple of the reflector light or poles or whatever.
Right.
I could have hit them.
Yes.
And if instead of the car back sliding out so that I would blink towards I-15 instead of be going down like I was going down the ramp, if I would have been going that direction,
yes.
When I went off the road, I would have rolled.
Oh yes. Well, Yahusha got you.
So just the way that it stopped when it finally stopped is why I didn't roll.
That's awesome. That's how Yahusha loves you. Yeah, Yahusha loves you. You can sing a song. Yes, Yahusha loves me. Yes, Yahusha loves me. Yes, Yahusha loves me, for the Torah tells me so. Everything in the Torah tells you that Yahusha loves you. And again, tithes and offering, I'm glad you're doing that, because it is a command to y'all, and you being obedient, because y'all is just only asking 10%. You ain't asking like the government. Government want 20%, 30% of your money. If not, you don't pay. Like they told me that they gonna exact everything out of my bank account, and they did it before. They just straight took everything and won't give it back. You know what I'm saying? That is IRS. When they take something, they ain't giving it back. You might call them, and they say they might give it back. You won't get it back that day. I'm saying when they take something, when they freeze your account, it's frozen. So, Yahusha, I'm good. Keep on being faithful. Like I said, Sister Sue, you think that little sense stuff you put in now, y'all gonna continue on blessing you. You think he give you a boost because you needed those boosts. You in Great Falls, Montana, close to Canada, man. Snow up to here. Just joking with you. You see the state, you're gonna laugh at me. Snow up to here, man. That's crazy. So.
Oh yeah, way past my ankles when I was walking around in my other shoes. So.
That's what I'm saying. So y'all know you needed those boots, so you got them. So that's because you've been faithful. When you give to y'all will give things that you need. And I can vouch for that. And like I said, I'm thankful for that. What y'all is doing. But good, I'm just thankful that you're safety and healthy. And especially I've been praying for my brother. He drives back and forth 2 or 3 hours, mail carrying on the roads like that. So it's crazy. So
yeah, I think where he ends up at is about a 3.5 hour drive if you're just driving straight to it.
Yes, I'm out. All right, I'm passing the mic. Who wants it? Go ahead, sir. Yeah, give me something, man. Praise him. You coming with the Bible? Yeah, Torah. He come with the Torah. Come on. Oh, thank you, sir. He comes with the Torah.
First of all, I want to say thank you to Yah Most High.
Thank you.
And saying hello to Sister Sue and to everyone here. I'm going to speak from Exodus chapter 31, starting at verse 12. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, Truly my Sabbath ye shall guard, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that ye may know that I am Yahuwah Mikudishian. In case you want to know what that means, let me just look it up so you won't be lost in here. Mikudishian means the Lord who sanctifies you. Okay? Ye shall guard the Sabbath, therefore, for it is holy unto you. Everyone that defies it shall surely be put to death. For whosoever does any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from among his people. So don't work, don't clean the house, don't cook, don't do nothing. Don't even go out and buy or sell, for that matter. Keep it straight for the Lord. 6 days may work be done, but in the 7th day is Sabbath, to rest, holy to Yahuwah. Whosoever does any work in the Sabbath, he shall surely be put to death. Like I said, keep it straight. Therefore the children of Israel shall guard the Sabbath to keep, I lost my place, excuse me for a minute. The Sabbath to keep the Sabbath throughout their generations for perpetual covenant. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. That's for good. In 6 days Yahuwah made the heavens and the earth, and on the 7th day he rested and was refreshed. So don't do anything, you know, if you want to save your soul. If you don't, do what you like. He'll get you. Who's next? Who's next?
Nah, Elder, you got it.
Yeah, there you go, Elder.
I guess I'll read something. I guess I'll go there too.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well let TV Land look at you.
Glory to God through Yahusha. He has shown great mercy to all on another day, to even allow the wicked another day to do wrong or do right, to turn back from their sins. The moments are fading away like in an hourglass, and they only got a few more grains of sand in it. So Yahusha, few grains mean a few grains, but it's almost over, and he is so loving that he gave him a last minute opportunity. And we choose to already be in Yah through Yahusha, and give Yah through Yahusha those last minute of prayers while we waiting on his coming to be taken away. All right, but I just like to meditate on sometimes the great love of Yah and the happiness that it brings for one of his children to be returned, because even though Satan beguiled 1/3 before Louis was down here messing with Eve, he was up there messing with the Melchies. You know what I'm saying? So that Eve did, collateral damage, came down great, when y'all seen that, y'all say enough, kick Louis out. But I'm sure it was a horrible thing to, cause we even get caught up, in our earthly beings that Yah loves us, but think about the 1/3 angel that he had to kick out with Lucifer. I'm sure that they grieved his spirit too. But and this is a scripture about one losing their son and the son coming back. This is Matthew 20, chapter 21, 28 to 32.
Bible studies, man. You wasn't even there on Yahoo studies, man.
Oh man, if the spirit there, I'm there.
I'm just saying, that's just touching and agreeing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
What was that chapter again?
That's Matthew 21 to 28, verse 28.
28.
Yeah, I think it's in Luke, the main one. It's in Luke. You might have to go to that one.
So Luke chapter 15.
That one's a little bit more detailed.
Luke chapter 15.
I think that is it.
No, because I said that's what we share with the study. I told you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, go ahead. I told you that. You wasn't there. You wasn't there, man.
Yeah, this is, man, when I read stuff like this,
That's awesome, yo. I like that, man.
Well, I've been holding this one for about 2 weeks.
Okay. Then I'll come on with you then.
Now, it's the spirit. Lining up. But, I just read stuff like this, it just really shows the love of the Father for his children. It reads, 15 and 11. And he said, this is Yahusha, quoting parable, Mr. Parables. And he said, a certain man had 2 sons, and the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of goods that falleth to me. And he divided unto them his living. And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country, and there wasted his substance with rottenness living. So the son, but check this out, Yah, because we understand it's a parable about Yah. Yah divided the substance, gave one to one son, and one son stayed with him, and another son took the substance. Not only took the substance and the blessing, and left and did wickedness with it, and just, gave it to pigs, gave it to the swine. Verse 13. It's 14. And when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in that land, and he began to be in want. Wow, going from bad to worse.
Rags to riches.
Yeah, or rags to riches, but bad to worse too, rags to riches. As soon as you
riches to rags.
Yeah, as soon as you blow your inheritance, a whole bunch of other troubles come. You done went to the casino, blew your inheritance, and now IRS say you owe us $50,000. What? It just go bad to worse.
Wow.
And verse 15, and he went and joined himself to a citizen of the country, and he sent him into his fields to feed swine. And he would fain means 16, gladly, and he would gladly have filled his belly with the husk that the swine did eat, and no man gave unto him. And when he came to himself, he said, how many hired servants of my father's have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger? Meaning like nobody would help him. 18, I will arise and go to my father. So he like, man, it's interesting because that happened to a lot of people. They get put in a situation where they ain't got nowhere to turn. You between a rock and a hard place. I will arise and go to my father, and will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee. That goes with that. Yah wants a contract heart, a heart of flesh, humbleness. 19, and I am no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. Yeah, so because you know the goodness of your father, and you're ashamed of what you done, the blessing he gave you, and you just gave it to the swine. 20, and he arose and came to his father, but when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion. Man, people just don't know the compassion about Yah. It's phenomenal, and it's really, in comparison to a very good earthly father. If you ever, if you know details about hear some stories about how good a father was to your children and how forgiving it was, because you see it in the flesh, and you like, wow, your father really forgave you all that. But it's even on a even higher level with Yah. And he arose and came to his father, but when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion, and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. Now I'm not sure if that was his father who ran, or if so the father. Check that out. And this is a metaphor for Yah, the heavenly Father. Imagine Yah running you. Yah see you coming, and Yah say, hey, that's my boy. Fall on his neck and start crying. And we'll understand why Yah was crying. And the son said unto him, Father, Abba, I have sinned against heaven and in thy sight, and I am no more worthy to be called thy son. But the father said to his servants, bring forth the best robe. Oh, we're going to write this. We're going to bring you back. Bring forth the best robe and put it on him. Cover him in that righteousness. We was talking about that about a month ago or so, about John the Baptist came to be a foreshadow to clean people up, to give them their white robes. Wow. This is that metaphor. Put that righteousness back on him. Wow. And put it on him. And put a ring on his hand and shoes on his feet. Man, this is my son. You want a diamond ring or a gold? Which one you want? We're going to make you shine. We're going to make you shine. Because Yah is wealthy. Yah is wealthy. And bring hither the fatted calf and kill it, and let us my son has come back. We're going to have a party now. For this my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. And they began to be merry. So he was so ecstatic about one of his children coming back and being alive. 25. Now his elder son, now this gets a little interesting. Now his elder son was in the field, and as he came and drew nigh to the house, he heard the music and dancing. He's like, man, what's going on? It was another day, I'm out with the sheep, man. They having a party over there, they playing music. yeah, they playing music. Send the tamarines and everything, This ain't like with Bathsheba. This ain't like with Bathsheba when the king called his wife, hey, my wife, come dance for us. Come make this a joyous occasion. My son back. Now his elder son was in the field, and as he came and drew nigh to the house, he heard music and dancing. 26. And he called one of the servants and asked what these things meant. Hey, Leroy, what they doing? And he said unto him, thy brother is come, and thy father hath killed the fatted calf, because he hath received him safe and sound. And he was angry. So the brother was angry and would not go in. Bitter, he was jealous. Therefore came his father out and entreated him. And he answering and said to his father, Lo, these many years do I serve thee, neither transgressed I at any time thy commandment, and yet thou never gavest me a kid that I might be merry with my friends. But as soon as this thy son was come, which hath devoured thy living with harlots, thou hast killed for him the fatted calf. And see, this is just not to understand. Yah got this attachment to you because he created you, and you are of him.
Yes.
And Yah has no desire to destroy the wicked. He has a desire that the wicked turn from their wicked ways.
Yes.
It's not pleasurable, because we look at it like Yah is not really attached to his creation. You can just look at Lucifer and be like, man, something else is going on here. Why didn't you just kill Lucifer? Why is Lucifer still out? Because there's an attachment there. What it says in Revelation 2, I gave her space to repent. I wanted her to repent, but she refused. So now I gotta judge. I gotta judge the matter. In 31, and he said unto him, Son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is thine. Yo, you already here. We have a quote-unquote party every day. We eat dinner every day together. We enjoy our company every day. But this is a special time because somebody has turned from their wickedness. 32. It was meant that we should make merry and be glad, for this thy brother was dead and is alive again, and was lost and is found. That's just the beauty and pure love of Yah with his children. And he got to remind his other children, because his obedient children, just like when the Pharisees went to go pray, and they had the publican go pray. The Pharisee was like, I sin not every day. I give alms for my whole house. I am not like the publican. Full of pride. Even though what he's saying is true, his heart was prideful though. That's why Yahushua say, unless your righteousness exceeds the Pharisees, because the Pharisees are doing right, but their heart is not right. Their actions in doing the law are on par, but they just don't have that fleshy heart, that humble heart. And that's why when they seen Yahushua healing people, they're like, how dare you do that? Because they didn't have the love there. They had the law, but not the love with the law. And you mix the love with the law, that's you got it then. But I just wanted to bring that out, just showing that Yah love and this father, that father. You know, you gotta really look at Yah as the greatest father out there. Who I remember when I was a little boy, still to this day, when I was when my dad was teaching me how to ride a bike. You know, he was behind me. He was proud to see me ride the bike, and you know, it's just that same feeling that Yah has when a child comes from wickedness and returns to his house.
Thank you, bro. All right, that's the intercession. Man, I'm glad y'all spoke. Appreciate that. Brother King, I know you ain't saying that, but praise him. Hallelujah. He said, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
That's all you had to say. Give him the highest praise. Again, before I end the service again, open the service again to anybody in TV land. You know, you want to be a son or daughter of Yah, you must be born again. Water and spirit, and water is baptism for remission of sins. In his name, Yahusha, not the Father, Son, or the Ruach HaKodesh, or any else name, but the only name that can be saved is Yahusha. So, and he will baptize you, Ruach HaKodesh. So I'll leave that open to you. You got any questions? I gave you the phone number. Please call, and we'll go over the scriptures so you can be in the kingdom, because it says you will not even see the kingdom of Yah, you know, if you're not born again. This time you got to be born again of the water and the spirit. To be his son or daughter, you got to be circumcised in the heart. And circumcised to the heart by the blood of Yeshua is through baptism. All right? And I don't want to hear anybody talk about his works or anything like that. I will eat you up. There's no works. We be talking about it tomorrow, ordained. He ordained us things to walk in. And that's the sermon for the tomorrow morning Shabbat day. I bless y'all again. May y'all bless thee and keep thee. May y'all make his face shine upon thee with grace to thee. May y'all live the constant upon you, give you peace in Yahushua's name. May y'all make you ride on the high places of earth, feed you with the heritage of your cold, with the heritage of Yosef, with the heritage of Abraham. For the mouth of Yah has spoken it in the name of Yahusha, in the name of Yahusha, in the name of Yahusha. And again, we'll talk again. Shabbat Shalom again. I forgot. I greet all the churches in Kush. Pastor Desiree, and to all the elders in Kush. Your bishop says salutations and Shabbat Shalom to you too. Aman, aman.